All right. What's up, everyone? And by everyone, I mean no one, because no one's here. But that's okay. Running a bit of a modified setup here today, once again, because we're still trying to figure out how the fuck this shit works. But I have a new audio setup, so I can actually hear what's happening. Audio was not great on yesterday's stream, but hopefully this is going to be a little bit better. If there's an issue, I'll at least know about it. That's the idea. But anyways, hope everyone is doing great. Hope you guys had a good 4th of July. And today, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. It's a weekend. Trying to get caught up on some stuff still. I was with my daughter for a couple of weeks, which was great. But now I have some stuff in the backlog. And one of the things in the backlog is a highlight reel for a dance party that I went to. This was like probably a few weeks ago by this point. So try to be timely with these edits. Doesn't always happen, especially for content I'm not necessarily, you know, no, that's neither here nor there. But we have a highlight reel from a dance party. Also running with some new plugins here. I installed the Motion Array plugin and some extensions from them as well. So we're gonna see if this can spice things up or if it's garbage. I'm not sure, but we'll find out. Yep. First things first, for a really sort of, I guess, how should I put this? Like a really kinetic highlight reel like this, I usually like to let the music guide the edit. Sorry, I'm adjusting my monitor level so I can actually hear what's happening. Yeah, for a really sort of kinetic, energetic edit like this, I really like to lean on the music to help guide this edit. So we are going to hop into Motion Array to try to find some cool tunes. Or if any of you out there have some cool music, some dancing music you want to send me, that would work too. Let's check this out. I should probably put a pause on this other music I have playing. All right, let's check out Motion Array. I was using Artlist for my music, and I feel like Artlist works a little bit better. I really hate that I can't adjust the volume of the music that's playing in here. That's really irritating. But we will roll with it. I mean, other than that, some of these have like stems and different versions and stuff, which is pretty nice. Let's see what we got. I immediately don't hate that. That's not bad. So this was like a 2000s themed dance party. And it happened at this venue called the Florida Room, which I had never been at up until that point. And it's a really rad little space. It sucks that it's the hottest place on planet Earth when it's filled with, you know, a few dozen people. But it's a really cool place. And immediately this sound makes me think that like these colors work with this music. You can kind of see here. Oh, also I shot these all vertically. And so because I shot it vertically on my Sony, they're showing up sideways here in Premiere. So that's going to be a fun thing to deal with. We'll listen to a couple more tracks, but I don't know. I think this one might be the one right off the top. Oh, too mellow. This is kind of fun, but it doesn't say retro to me. Nope. This one's not bad. Especially because this album art matches the aesthetic of the venue. I don't hate that. That's fine. That's not bad. Oh, too chill. It's also not bad. I don't know, I really like this first one. I 'cause, 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 'c I really don't hate that. Well, let's roll with that. See what other versions there are in here too. Ooh, got a nice tight minute-long version.
Let me show you just how to move. When the beat drops, it's real cool. Let the music fill your soul. Any way you want it. Fill your soul. Makes you wanna dance. It's smooth. Dance, it's real cool. Let me fill your soul.
It's great that it's already cut down, but part of an issue with that is that because it is so short, and this can go right into a social media reel, it kind of starts at 100 and ends on 100. Like there's no like build up or breakdown or lead into a drop. It's just a drop that goes on for a minute and then winds down at the end. Yeah, like there's a little thing here with this flanger. But there's not a lot of like change in energy. There's not a lot of momentum. It just kind of is here and it stays here and then it ends here. So that's not really what I want. I see something here. Yeah, see, I kind of like that. Like maybe start, whoops. Maybe starting it, Jesus Christ. Maybe starting it around here on this beat. Yeah, that might be the way to go. What is this? Oh, this is an instrumental version. Yeah. Oh, that's 15 seconds. That's way too short. 30 seconds. Minute 51. What is this? It's another instrumental version. Interesting. Go back to. Oh my god, the full one is 7 minutes and 26 seconds.
I can make it smooth.
So I don't hate this one. I think I'm gonna roll with this version right here. Another thing that I like to do whenever I'm reviewing music for an edit is to skip to the end to see how it ends. Like literally, like on the last beat, how does the song end? Um, this has a nice percussive end to it. Bam, like right there. I don't want something that winds down over the course of 128 bars, like a traditional sort of like club ending. Well, I mean, I could probably make that work. What I really want to avoid is things that like maybe aren't as percussive. So things that end with a vocal or some sort of atmosphere or pad. That's a little bit harder to work with for something like this, especially something that like just ends on a fade out. That's not my preferred style of music to work with. I want something that has a really snappy ending, so that you can loop it back in the reel, or you can just end it on that last note with a really cool sort of like ending shot or something like that. So I like these really percussive style of ending. So I think we're gonna roll with this one. Obviously, this is longer than our minute time limit for a short form reel, but we will cut this down and I will show you how easy that is. Even though this will only have one thing in it, I will give it its own folder so there are not loose files floating around in this folder. And then what am I doing? Let's get rid of you. Get rid of you. And you go in here. Cool. Just checking how we're looking. Looks good on the stream. Also, by the way, as always, for anybody that's in here, please let there be somebody in here besides me. Feel free to drop something in the chat. Make my day. Say hello. Even if you're just talking to yourself, I'll talk back. It's like a weird one-way communication conversation. I have a microphone and you don't. And if you do have a microphone, I can't hear you. But yeah, reach out. Say hello in the chat. Even if you just type fart noise in the chat, you know, that would make me happy. Just so I know I'm not talking into the void indefinitely. Okay, we have a track. Let's go ahead and make a new sequence. I should probably start a bin for sequences. Just call this main. Sometimes I'll make a separate sequence for selects. Do I want to do that? It might be easier to view. Yeah, you know what? Let's try it. Usually from something like this, I'll just literally pull from the bin, but let's make a separate selects. This one's already vertical, so all we need to do is go in here, grab these. Actually, I don't even need this. Let's grab these clips. Which really, there's not that many of them. Ooh, also advantage to doing this is I can just get rid of this audio because we do not need it. It's all scratch audio. Get rid of that. And then, ooh, you know what? I think some of these are flopped. Yeah, some of these are flopped one way and then others are flopped the other way. That's so fun. Only reason that's a little bit of an inconvenience is that I just can't apply a like flip 90 degrees across the board, or sorry, rotate 90 degrees across the board. I have to separate these out a little bit, which shouldn't be that bad. It's background music while I'm doing this. Oh my god, why was I flip-flopping so? Probably because this lens is so heavy. Oh, this one changes within one clip. Does it? No, it doesn't. I'm just an idiot. So we're here, and then this one is here. Thanks for the fart noise in the chat. I did literally ask for that. God, why was I flip-flopping so much? It's making more work for me later. This is kind of cool. What's happening here? I did like my own little like transition. That's fun. That'll probably be the ending shot. Fun thing about going back into this after not having seen it, like after it was shot so long ago, is that like I don't really remember what's in here. Um, and I always shoot for the edit anyways, and shooting for the edit is super important. That's for anybody that's doing any sort of video work, even photo work. It's a good idea to always shoot for the edit. Unless you're not editing it, then you don't have to worry about it. You just hand it off to somebody else, and it's their problem. But I always shoot for the edit, especially because I know I'm editing my own stuff. And you know, all that means is that when you're shooting, when you're actively behind the camera, you're actively grabbing these shots. You're always thinking about like, okay, how is this going to play into an edit? Where is this going to go? Sometimes you'll see something and it's like, oh, that's a really cool shot. I'm going to use that for the beginning. Or maybe you're going out and just getting an establishing shot. You're getting a sign of like the front of the venue, or you're getting the front door, or like whatever it is. Maybe a shot like POV of you walking in with the mindset that like, okay, this is going to go probably in the beginning. Or you see something cool at the end of the night and you get a cool shot of it and you're like, okay, cool, this is going to be the end shot. Or you see something like maybe it's an empty drink with condensation on it sitting on a countertop. And then you get like a cool like macro shot of that. It's okay, like this can be used for something, some kind of filler, maybe something during a bridge or during a quiet part of the music. Maybe it can be an ending shot, like who knows. So that's sort of the idea of shooting for the edit, rather than just like shooting everything and then just being like, all right, well, fuck it, I'll figure it out later. This is generally not a good way to go, because you're just making more work for yourself later on, and you're probably getting a lot of extra stuff that is just going to add to your having to go through and like sift through everything, and it's like, oh, why did I even get this shot? It doesn't make sense. So those are some of the principles behind shooting for the edit. It's something that's really, really, really important. I encourage everybody to do it whenever you're going out and getting any kind of content. And then, yeah, it's something that I learned really, really early on, and it's something that I have always prioritized whenever I go through and get footage or get content. So, yep, just some food for thought there. But we have all this stuff separated out now. We have to go through and rotate them. So these all need to be rotated counterclockwise. So minus 90? Yep, minus 90. Oh, wait, actually, there's a better way to do this. Let's do that. Rotation. Cool. Then we just grab this effect, apply it here and here. So now these are all correct. That was for... These need that as well. Cool. Whoops. Maybe not. What the hell happened here? So these need to go clockwise? Yeah. Okay, whatever. Just trying to avoid having to sift through it like this, but 90. So then these also need to be clockwise, I think. God damn it. Why am I so bad at this? Thought I had a handle on it. Counterclockwise. Clockwise. God, this is hurting my brain. Hey, this kid's cool. I forget his name. I don't think Danny is in the chat or on the stream. Fuck you, Danny. But I met this dude at a goth night at one of my favorite venues in Pensacola. This is like a few months ago, and I met him through Danny, and he was like super enthusiastic to. He's in a band, and I'm so sorry I forgot the name of your band, but I will find that here in a minute and plug it. But I know that he was really enthusiastic about wanting to get content for his band, so hopefully we'll be working together here in the near future. Oh, what is the name of his band? It's gonna drive me crazy. And I should have committed this to memory, but I did not. Still Alice. So you can find them on Instagram at Still Alice. It's Alice with 2 L's. Yeah, super chill dude. Hopefully we get to do some cool stuff with him soon. So all of these. Okay, and that means these. Yes, cool. This one. Alright. Now we go back. That was counterclockwise, so now we need to grab some of these clockwise ones. Where did I put them? There's one. So this should go here. Yes. Brain don't work good. Alright. Whoa. I could hear that in my monitor. I don't know if you could hear it in the stream. That was my fucking stomach going. Probably because all I've had today is coffee. Okay, I think everything is flipped the correct way around. Let's get rid of these gaps. So we can see everything in one big fat block. And then we're going to delete all these empty tracks because we're not going to be adding anything to this. This is just for selects. And we're going to make this big so I can see what's happening. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Cool. Not that this view really helps me that much. Everything looks the same because of this fucking filter I put on here. And that's like in-camera filter. Or on-camera filter, not something that I added in post. It's baked in. Let's see if I can... Yeah. So that's the filter. This big doofy piece of glass that's on the front of my lens. You can see what it's doing to this ring light above me. It's really fun. It makes everything like really circular and swirly, but it's really intense and there's not really a way to adjust it, which is really funny because like this has a setup like you would find on like a CPL or something or an ND. You can rotate this around. It does fuck all. This could have been one piece. What I've been meaning to do, and what I'll probably do, maybe for tonight, because there's an event tonight that I want to go check out, I might stick like some translucent, like colored something, maybe like a piece of a gel on here or something, and then that way if I rotate it around, at least there's like something that's changing as I rotate it. But I don't know. It's a task for later. I've already been doing enough experimenting with stuff since 2 days ago now. Alright. Let's stop fucking around. Let's hop over to this sweet track. Here we go. And to fuck with this, I'm gonna have to stop this background music. Alright, so here is our minute and 51-second song. We need to cut this down And we already kind of did that mentally. I already did that mentally when I was listening to the song earlier, and I think we agreed that it should happen somewhere around here. So I'm just counting in my head, counting along with this song, and I want to find something that lands on the one to start the video with. Except this guy's vocal comes in between 4 and 1. That actually might be an okay place to start, even though it's not on the 1. This. How does this start? Oh, that might be a good way to start it. So I'm gonna grab this. Damn. This riser right here. It's a reverse symbol. Maybe try this. It's a little bit off. Where is it? Maybe I'll just start it here. I wish there was like a chiller. Like I just want. I don't want this build up starting so soon in the video. I would like to have at least a bar of like something kind of chill. But this guy's vocal makes that kind of hard. Let's actually hop back over to motion array. Ah, god damn it. That's why I hate motion array. Ah! It's so annoying. Okay, I have an idea. Let's also grab this full version. Download it as a fucking zip file, which means everything is in there. Main. How long are you? Minute 51. What the? Okay, what's going on? 15 second, 30 second, 60 second. What the fuck did it say? Alternative. What's alternative? Oh, thanks for the lyrics, I guess. Why is this showing at 7:26 then? Don't understand. Let's try this. That's close. That's really close. I think I might be off just a little bit. There it is. Stretch this. Okay. That might be it. Alright, so two issues now is that we're at a minute 5, which is over our minute long limit. But also, my bureaucratic answer here would be that, like, you know, the shorter the better, ideally under 30 seconds, because people don't pay attention for shit. But my actual answer I'm losing my mind. My actual answer here is that I don't know that I have enough footage to support something that would be up to a minute long. So we're going to cut this down a little bit. And this is going to be a lot easier. So we're going to come in on this one. I think that's it. Yep. And then where this buildup happens, I'm just going to cut this. There we go. Might even bring that in shorter. Yeah. We're actually bringing it in here. kind of like where that's at. I do like where that's at, not kind of like. So you might have noticed that I was keeping my head down during that playback, and I mentioned this the last couple of days, but it's just something that I like to do. I don't want to look at the timeline because I don't want to anticipate changes in the sound because I visually know that there's a cut coming up. Even though I'm the one that made these cuts, I roughly know where they are. I just try to kind of put that on my head and then just look down, listen to it like I'd be listening to anything else. And then if it makes sense there, if I'm not noticing anything really glaring, then I'm good with it. But if I'm looking at it while I'm playing it back, then it just makes it harder because I can anticipate where these changes are going to happen. So, all right. Oof. Oh God. Danny used to make fun of me when we were working together and editing. He would say that I sit like a shrimp. I'm trying to be better about it. I'm trying to be better. All right. Let's actually do some editing. So the way this starts. Oh, jeez, that's really quiet.
I can make it.
All right, let's take a look here. Just gonna mark this because I really like this shot here with a label. There it is. So I can come back to it. So the same way when we're editing that content from long form, and I have said before that, you know, we really want a strong hook. The same way that we want a strong verbal hook in those videos, I want a strong visual hook. So that's kind of what I'm looking for right now. Something that's like really like the money shot, you know, it's like, oh, like that's a great shot. Now, if I had started working on this sooner, like right after I shot it, then I would know in my head, like, oh yeah, I remember at roughly this point of the night, this thing happened, and it looked really cool. But because it's been a little while, we don't have that luxury, so I'm going to have to kind of scrub through this. Almost as if I'm seeing this for the first time, because in a sense, I kind of am. They were doing some fun dance-off stuff here, too. It was really hard to get because this lens is so fucking heavy. And I had to hold the camera way above my head. Fucking twerking, Jesus Christ. Also, all this stuff was shot at, if I remember correctly, it was shot at 60 frames per second. Whoops. That wasn't flipped the right way around. Oh, that's why. Yeah, I was having trouble getting a good angle on this. You doing the worm. I do remember these people came in. So this is this place is tiny. This is the fucking front door right here. And so like this dance circle is happening literally right in front of the front door. And these two walked in together and immediately this guy just walked into a dance off. You can see his girl back here. It's just like, nope, this is all you, bro. This girl is dressed up as a Nokia brick phone. They had a costume contest as well. I did not stick around for that, but if I recall, this girl won. Deservedly so, because she spent the whole night in this thing. Bro's going at it back here. Oh, that's kind of cool the way this one ends. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Mark this one. I'm a little worried that we're so far into this and I'm only seeing a couple of shots. I'm like, that's cool. I hope we can make a fucking video out of this. This is kind of cute. I don't hate that. This is cool too. Oh, this is a good one too. I like this bartending stuff. Oh, he was making my drink in this shot. I ordered a Tom Collins. Oh, this is kind of cool. Like this. Oh, is that the one that I said earlier should be our ending shot? This fucking guy. Oh no, that one. I mean, those are both really cool. Kind of like this to start on. Let me go back and drop this and see what it looks like. Oh, whoops. We were muted. I am going to change. I think the sequence is already set to 30 frames. It is. I'm going to drop it down. 23.976 because we are pretentious. And also because that means I can just go in here, and if I want to change the speed of this, if I want to do slow motion since I shot it in 60, I should be able to just put in 40%. And that should be correct. Yep, that's right. So we're probably actually going to end up doing a speed ramp here. Is this? Oh no. Alright, let's see how this looks. How do we do a speed ramp? Oh yeah. Wait, is it 40% or is it 60? It might be 60% slow motion. Yeah, I think that might that might be the right one. Probably do a ridiculous 200% here and then just cut it like that. Let's do scale key. Excuse me. What? No? Okay. Oh, I wonder if this transform effect is overriding that. Let's try it here. What the fuck? Do it. Alright. Maybe I need to nest this. Nest. Scale. There we go. Jesus Christ. That might have been a little bit too much. Maybe 130. Or maybe we stretch it to the end? This? Trim this in a little bit. I guess that speed ramp didn't really have much much of an effect. Do I even really want to start on this one? Maybe we go back to this one. Because this one might be more interesting. And slow motion. Yeah, I kind of like that better, especially because we're starting on a face rather than the back of her head. Let me double check my math here. Is 60 fp, whoops, goddamn, 60 fps at 24 fps, 60% slow-mo? 40%, goddamn. What's wrong with me? So I was right the first time. Yeah, that still looks really smooth. Yeah, I think that works a lot better. Let's grab this, drop her in here. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. All right, let's try this again. There's something about this I'm just not crazy about, and I can't figure out what. Adding some bullshit on top of it will make this a little bit better. Let's try to find something not cheesy. Kind of want something with like a lot of momentum. God, these previews are so long. Transition, please. I don't know. Cinematic transitions, what does it even mean? But it's not just like cinematic about that. Real cinema doesn't use transitions. Except for like dissolves. Maybe this. Filmic mayhem. It's kind of hard to get a feel for these here in this preview window. Maybe something like that? Oh, fuck you. Was it this one? Alright. What do you want me to do? Do you want it here? Whoa. Oh, that's certainly a transition. That's kind of fun. You know what? Maybe we can just cut to a different part of this clip entirely, like this bit right here. I like this. I don't know why I did it that way. Ink. Bonk. 40%. See what this looks like. I think that works better. I don't even think we need this speed ramp. How do I delete a speed ramp? Alright, hang on. What is this at right now? Like 350%. Okay. Get rid of that. Go away. Put that there, and then this. Oh, do we still need this? Hang on. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe we can speed ramp this one. Where's my pen tool? What's the shortcut for the pen tool? Is it N? No, it's P. P for pen. Who knew? This work maybe something like that. Why am I so bad at using this? I have an idea. Just this looks really stupid right now, but hang on, bear with me. key.
I can make it smooth.
I think he says I can make it smooth, and this is really choppy.
I can make it smooth.
Why is it so choppy? It shouldn't be that choppy. Oh, because it's already at 40. I see. Well, that's confusing.
I can make it smooth. I can.
It's 400% look like.
I can make it.
That's not bad. I shorten these.
I can make it smooth.
I like that changed isn't as dramatic as I want it to be. 600%.
I can make.
That's a little bit better.
I can make it smooth.
Stretch these out.
I can make it smooth. I can make it smooth.
Maybe we undo all of that. My brain. Not okay. I like kind of maybe this bit here.
I can make it smooth. I can make.
And then we're gonna patch that over with another funky transition.
I can make it. I can make it.
Faster.
I can make it smooth.
That feels kind of cheesy. What I do want to do is actually up.
I can make.
Hard cut might work actually. What is this? I will say so far I'm really digging this motion array plugin. Hashtag not an ad.
I can make. I can make it smooth.
Maybe we just get rid of that shot entirely.
I can.
Look and sound and feel like a crazy person right now going back and forth on this, but I part of this is intentional in the sense that like having a really strong opening is like just so important, and like I really want to like feel confident about this opening. The rest of it after this can be, you know, should be a little bit easier, but like man, really dialing in that intro is so important. Yeah, let's find another shot. What does this look like in slow motion? Oh, that's kind of cool, especially with this right here. Looks like a transition, isn't actually a transition. Yeah, that's kind of fun. Let's grab that. Whoa, that's a really long clip.
I can make it.
Honestly, that can probably be a little bit shorter.
I can make it.
Oh, that's so cool.
I can make it.
It's so fun. I love that.
it smooth. Let me show you just make it smooth. I can make it smooth. Let me show you.
Actually, I don't need that. You can go away. Close panel. What's this? Oh, you can go away too. Color stuff in here. I don't know what classic cine style means. Whoa, that looks like shit. Yeah, no likey. What is this? Cine style. Okay. Letterbox. Can we make you go away? Nope. Wrong way. Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. Letterbox. Oh, enabled. Pink.
I can make it smooth.
So that's like contrast. Whoa, that's super sensitive.
I can make it smooth.
All right, why am I even fucking doing this? Part of what I'm looking for here is some visual variety between this shot and this shot because they came from the same clip, and so I don't want to put two shots that are shot from the same perspective close to each other like this because it's just like, it just feels weird.
I can make it smooth.
I want to feel like we're moving around the room and kind of seeing different things rather than seeing like, okay, this part of the room here, and then like this part of the room here. It's kind of what it feels like. So we wanna mix that up. Actually, one way that we can do this is we can flip this. Like this.
I can make it smooth. Let me show you.
Yeah, that feels a little bit better.
I can make it smooth.
See what I'm saying? Like, this looks like it's filmed from the other side of the room. And, like, sure, like, people's, like, the text on their shirt is backwards or their tattoos are flipped or whatever. But, like, fucking, like, most people aren't going to notice that shit. So we have this, right? And then we apply that effect, and then we have this.
I can make it smooth. Let me show.
So
I can make it smooth.
we will keep that funky color. Because why not? I wonder. Auto light. Auto light flares? What the fuck does that mean?
I can make it smooth.
Didn't do anything. Intensity. No? Low? What? I don't see anything. These are just words. What do they mean? Hotspot generation. Ah! Wow, what is that?
I can make it smooth.
This looks like baby's first edit. Can I... How do you reposition this? Pivot position? Is that it? Ah. No. What? I don't understand. What is this? Max flares. All right. Go away. What is this? Bink. That's so cute. What a, what a doofy little effect. I'm sure there's like a more appropriate way to use it that I am totally unaware of, but man, that's goofy. Gleam, what is that? Whoa!
I can make it smooth. I can make it smooth.
I will say what I like about this is that it really dirties up the image. It doesn't look super clean here in the center. Quality, what does that mean? Oh. Oh, that's weird.
I can make it smooth. I can make it.
So here's what we might do is leave that and then add another shot in here.
I can make it smooth.
Which means that we probably didn't probably actually didn't need to flip that, but that depends on what else we grab. Oh, what about Homeboy over here? We haven't seen him yet.
I can make it smooth. Make it smooth. I can make it smooth. Let me show you. I can make it smooth. I can. I can make it smooth. Let me show. I can make it smooth. Make it smooth. Make it smooth. I can make it smooth. I can make it smooth. I can make it smooth.
Okay. Really just trying to dial in the momentum, the rhythm. Really the main thing I'm looking at right now. A lot of those shots were just holding too long. And then I do want to add some extra stuff on here.
I can make it. I can make it smooth. I can make it smooth. I can make.
Let's look for something more for like the film burn might work. Previews kind of suck.
I can make it smooth. 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 I can make it smooth.
Alright, here is something else that we'll add in. Let's try this abstract.
Make it smooth. I can make it smooth.
That's kind of fun.
I can make it smooth, smooth. I can make it smooth. I can make it smooth.
This shot of him is like really quick, but I'm kind of okay with it because we're gonna be seeing more of him later. Look at how far into the timeline we are. Alright. Said this would get easier.
I can make it smooth. Let me show you just how to move. When the beat drop, it's real cool.
I can pull another, where are we at? 3 seconds. All this time for 3 seconds of video. We can pull another 27 seconds of content. I'm sure we can. Going back to the conversation that I had mentioned the other day about AI editing tools, I feel like this is definitely not. I've yet to see an AI editing tool that can do this level of abstract, higher level sort of editing. Because there's no algorithm here. It's really just, it sounds stupid, but it's really something that you're just like doing by feel, more than anything else. And so yeah, I'd be curious to like throw all this stuff into an AI and see what it would pull out. But yeah, just to show that the actual artistry in the work is not dead. And that this definitely can't be boiled down into like an algorithmic edit. What this looks like. Kind of want something with a little more energy. I don't know what she was doing, and I don't know why it only lasted half a second. We've had so many of these shots with this filter applied. Let's look for one where we don't have that on here. Oh, there's a punch in here. I don't like that. Throw that in here. So I'm being a little intentional here with this cut. Well, I'm intentional with all these cuts, but specifically here, he's bobbing his head, and I specifically remember that he was playing like hard techno, which is fucking awesome to hear, especially in a place like Pensacola. But generally, it was running in like the 150 BPM area, and I feel like this song is more like maybe 120. So if I let this play out for too long, then you're gonna see that like his head bob is not matching what's happening with the music, and it can be really distracting. See, I mean, the longer it goes on, the more it drifts. Maybe. Let me try this instead. No, I like this one better. Even though I wasn't paying attention right here, this might be cool. That is kind of cool. Let's see how it looks when it's oriented properly. Yeah, that works. That totally works. Tell you why I think this works especially is just because of these colors. So cool. Yeah, hell yeah. So it's also important when you're going through an edit like this is to keep going back and rewatching from the beginning just to kind of make sure everything is working with each other. Because in the moment-to-moment editing, you can get caught up like I just did in like seeing something that looks really cool, and then you go back and you play everything as a whole, and it just doesn't flow right. So you'll see me do this often throughout this, is like going back to the beginning, rewatching everything again. Yeah. So far, so good. Let's keep going. This is really cool. And I like the energy of it. I don't know. I kind of want to maybe save it until later. I want these to feel a little more intimate than they really are. I'm gonna crop in a lot on this stuff. But what about the quality? This is such a short clip. What is this? A second? Just over a second. You're not gonna notice. You're not. Especially when you're looking at a phone from this far away. On a screen that's like this big. Not a big deal. I'm not super worried about it. Alright, so we're getting to the cool part here. Is this too chaotic? It's not, but also we're pulling a lot of clips from the same angle, so let's mix it up and go somewhere else. Why do I keep doing this? No, we're still from the same angle. Mix it up. I need to go further down. I need to stop doing. The reason I keep doing setting the in and out points is because I'm using I and O, which are shortcuts for setting in and out points, which I'm used to doing in the source monitor, not on a timeline. That's why I keep doing that. I need to just make the cut. What am I looking for? Oh. Actually, I think I feel like transitioning back to something more slow motion might look cool right here.
Just how to move. How to move. When the let me show you just how to move. When the beat drop, it's real. Move. When the beat drop, it's
Actually, this part of the shot might look cooler.
how to move. When the beat drop, to move.
Or, okay, let's do both.
How to move. When the beat drop, to move. When the beat
Let's go back to, what was it called? Filmic Mayhem? Yeah.
when the when the
No, I'm not feeling it. What do you look like?
when the
No. It's not crazy enough.
when the
No. Some of these have exposure changes where like things get brighter, and I feel like that looks better. It's not bad.
when the when the when the when the beat drop,
So,
when the
this is kind of cool. This transition is just happening to match the beat.
when the
And we can go in and add some fun, like, exposure effects. Oh, probably not in transitions. Flash? Oh, I feel like it. Bright. Okay, that's clearly not working. So, let's instead go to the library that we already have. Kind of like that one.
when the when the when the when the beat when the when the when the
Ha 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 ha. Let me throw in one of these too.
when the beat
Let's see what we're looking like. Yes, also, this needs to be collapsed down.
I can make it smooth. Let me show you just how to move. When the beat drops, it's real. Let me show you just how to move. When the beat, I can make it smooth. Let me show you just how to move. Let me show you just how to move. Show you just how. Show you just how to. Just how to move. How to. Just how to move. Just how to. Just how to move. When the beat, I can make it smooth. Let me show you just how to move. When the beat, move. When the beat, let me show you just how to move. When the beat, just how to move. Just how to move. When the beat drops, it's real good. Show you just how to move. When the move. When the beat drops, it's real good. When I can make it smooth. Let me show you just how to move. When the beat drops, let me show you just how to move. When the beat drops, it's real good.
I think that's fine. Ooh. It's gracious. I'm hungry. Oh, we have 3 viewers in. Well, 2 because one of them is me. So, yeah. Whoever's in here, say hello. Love to chat. Let me know you're here. I'm not screaming into the void. Neck and my shoulders. My pussy and my crack.
When the beat drops, it's real good. When the beat drops,
Okay. We're getting there. Oh, that's another cool one.
when the beat drops, it's real. Beat drops, it's real good. When the beat drops, it's real good.
Whoops.
When the beat drop, it's real cool. It's real cool. It's real cool. It's real cool.
Good God, these fucking long-winded previews. I hate it. It's like starts on like the name of the studio or whatever, and then it's like presents, and then it shows the title of the pack, and then it's so annoying. Just show me what the effect looks like. These might be a little bit too directional. Oh. Can I dial this down? Is there no opacity? Nope. I mean, I don't hate that. Yeah, I'm fine with that. So here's something. I think transitions are a weird thing. Like really showy transitions are a weird thing. I try to use them really, really sparingly. And it's hard, especially in this situation where like I have access to this new tool that I just installed, Motion Array Library, blah blah blah. Hashtag not an ad. It's really hard because like there's so many fun things in there. It's like, oh, you kind of get carried away like experimenting. And it's like, oh, what does this look like? What does this look like? And let's throw that in there. Let's throw this in there. And very quickly, you can get to a point where like your video just looks like super cheesy. I think it's a telltale sign of a very green editor when they are really leaning into a lot of transitions because they think it looks cool or they're covering for something or whatever it is. I typically find that that's the case. So if you ever see a video where you're like, man, this looks really cheesy, I'm not really sure why, look at it and see if there's like all these crazy like wacky transitions happening, and that's typically part of it. And this plays back into what I said earlier, which is like, you know, make sure you go back and you watch the whole thing and make sure everything flows, because moment to moment you could be like, oh, this looks really cool, and then like earlier you're using this kind of transition and now you're using this kind of transition, and what ends up happening is like if you're not paying attention, if you're not looking at everything as a whole, they can start to clash. So just make sure everything stays really visually consistent, and you know you should be safe. And then also try not to use these things too crazily. So I'm trying to show restraint here. this. Let's maybe adjust the hue on this. Actually, is there a hue set adjustment? Nope. Because why would there be? Maybe a hue shift. What? There we go. That looks a little less shit now, doesn't it? Oh, that's kind of cool. That's pretty cool. Oh, God damn it. I dig it. Alright, now we're gonna kick up the energy. Is is this where we put the twerking girl? No, too cheesy. Maybe this thing, this transition right. Try that again too. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe we get rid of this one. It's missing something. It's missing a little spice. What is this? Oh, is that it? There's like a looks like a chromatic aberration effect happening in there too. Oh, I don't like that. That's dumb. Ah, shit. Elastic. Oh, gross. Soft transition. Nope. Nope. God, these are so cheesy. Nope. God, these are so dumb. Maybe that one. Ew. Something you'd see in like a wedding video. A little bit better. know if this will work. Just really want, what I'm looking for right now is just like some other like visual element that can sit on top of this. Just to add that other level of visual interest. Can I not, why can't I drag you? Excuse me. God, it's so dumb. Hate you, Premiere. It's not bad. Maybe we can like layer some other like abstract kind of movement on top of this. What would this look like? Ah. You know what? That might be it. This really sort of abstract, just textures happening here. Kind of see some faces. POV, you're about to pass out drunk. That might be the move. I think that's the move. Do we still even need this? Maybe not. Eh. Let's see where we're at.
I can make it smooth. Let me show you just how to move. When the beat drop, it's real cool.
Mm. Yeah, I like that. Another. Oh, it was this one. It's tough. Such a ridiculous shot. All right.
I can make it smooth.
I just remembered something.
I can make it. I can make it smooth. Let me show you just how to move. When the beat drop, it's real cool. Yeah, yeah. It's real cool. Let the music fill your soul. Any way you want it.
All right, not bad. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Take one more look here.
I can make it smooth. Let me show you just how to move. When the beat drop, it's real cool. Yeah, yeah. It's real cool. Let the music fill your soul. Any way you want it.
Jeez. Sweet. I'm good with that. I'm going to export this. And before we close out here, dance.
I can make it smooth. Let me show you just how to move. When the beat drop, it's real cool. Yeah, yeah. It's real cool. Let
I am good with that. Obviously this has been going for over, I think, 2 hours now, and so I mean, this style of editing is just different from the style of editing that I've been showing, where we are just purely working on those informational sort of edits. There's a very like clear beginning, very clear end in terms of like narrative and what's being said and the message being conveyed. This is a lot more nebulous. It can be a little more abstract. There's still some structure that we're getting from the actual music. Like I said, I kind of use that as a template for the edit. But overall, especially when you spend so much time doing these very like informational, sort of almost like drier edits in a way, going back to something like this that I don't get to do as often can be a little bit challenging. All that's to say is that my eyes are very fatigued right now. I'm very tired. I'm very hungry. I've been looking at the screen for a while and coming over the same things over and over again. So, very important. As I close this stream out, I'm going to take a break from looking at this edit, and then I'll probably revisit it either later tonight or maybe tomorrow morning, maybe send it around to a couple people, be like, hey, what do you think? And kind of go from there. But right now, I'm pretty happy with where it's at. But yeah, I want to close it out here. Thanks so much for hanging out. You guys are awesome. All my friend are here. Hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys got a little bit of entertainment out of this. Maybe figured out some new stuff that you want to try out with your edits or with the way that you're shooting when we shoot with intention and we shoot for the edit. But yeah, let me know what you guys want to see next. If you enjoyed this, please drop a like and also subscribe. This is a brand new channel, so I would like to see, see some people in here and maybe we can get a cool thing going. So, yep, with that being said, happy Saturday. Hope to see you guys out there.